All right, family hangs caution retards in area sign.
Now, why would you do this? Opie? Oh, you didn't?
Why would I do it?
I know, I made it sound like that. Why would you do this?
Oh.
Meaning General Yu, you know.
Well, I think they did it
General
because...
Yu from the Chinese Army. I can't talk without thinking something else this morning. I can't find the story either.
Well, we just got the audio clips, which are...
Oh, there it is.
Which are good enough.
It's,
Yeah, why did this family do this?
There was a conflict next door. The kid is like, how old is he, 12 or 13?
The poor little 13-year-old Colton. Little Colton is developmentally delayed. His mother says he's more like a 3-year-old in a 13-year-old's body.
That goes beyond delayed.
That's a little more than delayed.
Yeah, that's brick wall.
Yeah, what do you really get out of a 3-year-old when you're trying to talk to them?
Developmentally delayed. If you're 13 and you have the brain of an 8 or 9-year-old,
delayed.
You're a little behind.
A little delay.
If you're 13 and you have the brain of a 3-year-old, you're finished.
Yeah. Delayed is one thing. Not showing up for the event is another.
He's headed in the wrong direction.
I'm going to be late, and I'm not showing up. That's the difference. Little 13-year-old Colton, his mother said that he's like a 3-year-old. He looks normal, but once you start talking to him, you can see he has these problems. That's one of these tricky type mentally damaged children. They trick you sometimes. You ever do that when you're a kid or you're just driving around or something and you ask, hey, how do you get to Main Street? And the kid looks completely normal, and then something comes out of their mouth, you just go, oh, boy.
And it's something like this.
That's why you gotta love the waterheads.
I'm like the mayor around here now.
Excuse me, which way to Elm Street?
I'm like the mayor around here now.
Okay, I'll be driving along, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Now I'm forced to ask the black guy. Thanks.
Could you tell me where I am?
We welcome you most regally.
Yeah, but that's not telling me where I am.
Silence, whippersnapper.
Morons.
All right, here's the audio.
Morons.
That's what my mom used to call them.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
Morons.
Geniuses would be silly.
That would be.
Here's the story, guys.
Oh, I'm not taking the sign down. Last night was the first night of peace we've gotten a long
A cardboard sign hanging in a tree directed at a boy with developmental disabilities, and the boy's mother isn't happy.
This sign now that we feel is very discriminating towards my son.
The cardboard sign is hanging in a tree in the central Utah town of Nephi.
And it's also being denounced tonight by the advocates for the disabled. Sam Penrod has the story.
Penrod.
Oh, Sam Penrod.
That's a horrible name to have through school. Little Penrod.
That's
when he's in school.
That's his news name.
Here comes Penrod.
His real name is Faggot Teeth. Change it to something less embarrassing. And incidentally, this is the same sign that was hanging up in the Voss yard for a long time.
You gotta love the balls of the neighbors, though. They hang this sign in the tree.
Yeah, how bad could it have gotten?
But I heard something. They said that, good. Last night was the first night we had a good night's sleep.
So apparently, there was a problem. I don't know what the problem was.
Well, the waterhead is keeping everyone awake,
How?
obviously.
He did something like, he assaulted the daughter, he threw rocks at her. He did something like...
What's the sign going to do that's going to silence the kid?
I think maybe
they can't read.
Well, it's obviously for the parents, not the kid. I'm not saying the guy's right, but I think he said that the parents aren't controlling the kid.
Yeah.
You know,
that could be a
maybe
problem.
They should put a fence up or something. I don't know.
I'm
sorry, if your kid's wandering
Why'd you put him in a dog run, for God's sake?
I think
put a leash
By
on
the
him.
way, this is the second greatest neighbor story ever.
Yeah.
The first one was in Brooklyn, where this guy, he painted a yellow brick road that led from the midget's house.
The midgets that lived next door out to the street.
Out to the street.
And would sing Follow the Yellow Brick Road to them every time they walked out of the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out the screen. He'd have his lips pressed up against the screen from the inside.
Yeah.
Follow the yellow brick road.
And they were black, so he would also throw racial epithets at them as he sang. Yeah. It was just, this guy was a horrific
It was one of the greatest neighbor stories ever, though. Whistle while you work as they're going off to work.
Guy's a classic.
He was a classic.
But this guy decided the sign was enough to remedy whatever the problem is. I don't know. Maybe they discuss it.
By the way, we don't like debating whether it's wrong or right. We just like to find the humor in this stuff.
We just think it's funny.
So just bear with us, please. How could you not think a yellow brick road outside a midget's house is
hysterical?
Is not funny or whatever. All right, here's the rest of the audio of the retard sign story.
It's for the disabled. Sam Penrod has the story.
Deanie and Keith, the boy's family noticed the sign pointed at their home on Wednesday night, and tonight it is still there. That's despite our visit to the neighbors who put it up. And advocates for the disabled are outraged, calling it insensitive and in the same category as a racial slur.
Oh, boy.
Well,
the racial
is
thing.
retard a racial slur? Because it's retarded. When something is retarded, it is being held back. It is being retarded.
You're right, technically. Yeah, I'd have to say this one is. Because it's almost like hanging a sign up that says spooks around. I mean, look, technically a spook is a ghost, but everybody knows the racist meaning of that. It's like...
Yeah, but no. If let me put it this way. If you were indeed living at a haunted house and you put a sign up that said, spooks, please leave, of course you'd be insensitive and stupid if you didn't know it had another meaning like that. But if your intent was toward the ghosts and not maybe your lovely neighbors, you could actually argue that point. This person, retarded, is focused toward the retarded boy.
Okay, how about this?
Whose brain is retarded.
How about this? Jews around. Jewish sign. Let's say in a Jewish neighborhood, like Jews. There's nothing wrong with saying Jews. That's not a slur at all.
No.
But if you have a sign in your yard because Jewish people moved in that said Jews around, the context is racist. That would be considered very racist.
I like using Juden.
Of course you
That's how it seems.
All right. Hey,
no. And why would you want to get rid of a tribe of people that take care of their houses and lawns as well as the Jewish people do?
I wouldn't.
I love them as my neighbors. Love the Jews.
Here we go. More audio. What the sign says, and we find out boy can't read.
He tried to eat it.
3-year-old.
So it was a big piece of cardboard candy. Look at that sign. Yummy. Yeah, no. Yeah, you're on your way.
You're a good guy.
Yeah, I am a good guy.
Yes, you are.
This is 13-year-old Colton Heaton, who is developmentally delayed. His mother says he is more like a 3-year-old.
He looks normal, but once you start talking to him, you can see that he has
He's a blithering idiot.
problems, and that he is just a loving little guy. He thinks we're all just a great big family.
But now this cardboard is hanging in their neighbor's tree, spray painted with the words, "Caution, retards in area." His mother says it's fortunate Colton can't read the words.
Oh, thank God he can't read it.
This neighbor's a classic.
The guy had to read it, too. Caution, retards in area.
What the news guy is saying is, thank God that's accurate. This kid would be really offended. I don't like the way he's saying disabled. Say he's mentally retarded. That's what he is.
Yeah, let's go to Jimmy the trucker. Jimmy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, Jimmy.
This kid, what is he? He's 13, but he acts like he's 3. I was just wondering, what's he like when he was 3?
That's true.
Like a turnip lying on the floor with a blank stare.
Or he was like a spermatozoa.
Yeah, I was going to say zygote.
He just swam around the house with
lay around on the floor, shaking his feet.
How old is he? Well, he's 3, but if you talk to him, you'd think he's -7.
Meet my son. He's a zygote. All right, Jimmy, thank you. Orlando from Jersey.
Hey, what's up, OA?
Hey.
What's up there? Listen, from what I heard on the Radio Boop show yesterday afternoon, supposedly this kid was tormenting the neighbors, driving them crazy. The parents went to, the cops. They wouldn't do nothing for him. They tried to go to city council. Nothing would happen. So they finally put up this sign just to get the attention of the parents, see if they would stop. And now all of a sudden everybody's getting all offended.
What was the kid doing wrong? I know he was doing...
Yeah, what was he doing that was so bad?
Well, he was apparently throwing rocks at the neighbor's kids, like tormenting them, driving them crazy, making noise at all hours of the night, going through the neighborhood, like real weird stuff. I mean, if the kid is 3, supposedly acting like he's 3 years old or mentally able, like 3 years old, kind of like Jimmy over there, why would you even let him?
There's no reason to, sir. There's no reason to hurt my feelings.
I love you.
Okay.
All right. Better, guys.
And by the way, Jimmy did, he trimmed his eyebrows.
I did. They look too nutty before. What does like a professor?
Crazy.
Sure, what are you doing? Solving a puzzle?
So this kid was driving the neighbor's, batty.
But that's just something kids do also. I remember kids that weren't retarded used to throw rocks at other kids. We'd have rock fights, things like that. You pick up a rock and throw it at a kid, or you make noises. I used to live next door to a deaf family. Oh, brother.